Hey there, it's Nathalie. Welcome to my channel. I've got my friend Sandy here. Give him a wave, Sandy, just like, hello, there she is. And so she wanted to know how to make bows. And, you know, it's been a long time since I've done this, but I thought I would try. So the first thing I want to tell you is don't use your good fabric scissors. Okay?
Okay.
Because it'll ruin them. So, I'm going to pull her off some ribbon. And let's see how much I've got on this spool. This is like from no telling how long ago, $1.64, and it's like a decorator ribbon. It's not like a satin ribbon. It's poly something. Let's see. That's one. That's about 2 yards. You can have that one, and I'll get me about 2 yards. And so Sandy is a total beginner. And it's for me, I'm not a beginner, but it's just been a long time since I've done it, and I'm not a florist or anything like that. Let me give her a little end of this to have something to tie off with. All right, there you go. So if you can, so what we're going to do, I've cut a piece that's probably about 12 inches long. That'll be my little sash tie thing. So what you're going to do is you're going to take an end, and maybe between your thumb and your third finger, just hold on to that, and then turn the ribbon with the right side out around your index finger, and then come back around and grab it again with your thumb and forefinger.
Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Grab that, then bring it back around. No, bring it over the top so that it crisscrosses back and forth.
Okay.
Grab it again. Back over the top. Are you in the frame? There you go. And then just keep going back and forth. This is also a good way to store your ribbon if you don't want it to get like all crimpled up. This ended up being pretty good. It's just coming out like that. You got it?
Okay.
All right. And so let me move this just a little bit and make sure that that y'all can see what we're doing. So I want to make sure these are kind of even here, and then I'm going to cut just a little cut. Now you have to be careful that you don't cut all the way through. So I'm going to cut a little from this side. Hang on a second. Just hold on to it. You got a hold of it?
Yes.
And then I'm going to cut it. So let me finish the demo, and then you can do too.
Okay.
There. Little on this side. Don't cut through it, because it's really important you don't cut through. Now, take it, hold on to it. And so like I'm holding it with 2 fingers on this side and thumb and third finger on this side to make sure it doesn't come undone on me. These are the junk scissors or the paper scissors. So you can cut through with that. And you're going to have to probably bite in. Go like, yeah, just don't cut through. There you go. And then turn it around. Mm-hmm. And then cut back through that way.
Okay.
Okay. And then take your little end piece, and you're going to kind of like crimp that in the middle like that. Okay?
Okay. About the center of it?
Mm-hmm, about the center. And then you're going to scrunch it where it's like if you pull it through, because you want it to pull through like that.
Okay.
Okay? So scrunch that, pull it in. Bend that bow around it. Let's see if you've got it cut deep enough. I think so.
So like that?
Mm-hmm. Pull it up into that little slice. And just give it a, mash that bow down and pull that ribbon tight. There you go. Okay, now that I'm going to tie that in a knot.
Okay.
And probably I could have, if I'd have been thinking I could have lapped that bow right there. I think I'll do that. I'm going to untie this just a minute. You don't have to do this, but I think I'm going to. Let's see what the inside of yours looks like. You've got that little extra tail right there?
Yes.
Yeah.
So do the same?
Mm-hmm.
Try?
Mm-hmm. And I'm not going to completely untie this. I'm just going to wrap this around and tuck it under. You don't have to do this. You could actually just cut that little piece off and not worry with this. And I might just edit this out of the video. We'll see. If I can tuck that under. Got a pair of tweezers. There we go. I'm smarter than a piece of ribbon. Are you smarter than a piece of ribbon?
I hope so. I'm trying.
Okay. Okay, so that's what we got it looking like on the inside. Let's see how yours looks on the inside. Yep, that's it.
Push that on through.
Push it on through. You need a pair of tweezers?
No. Got it.
All right, and now I'm going to tie another knot. Just because it doesn't need it, because this ribbon is not fixing to go anyplace, but if you were using satin ribbon, now I don't know that I would do those cuts with satin ribbon because it might come unfurled on you. Okay.
Okay.
All right, so from here, now once you
Do
have
I double it?
You can.
Okay.
But it's not fixing to go anyplace because it's this kind of ribbon.
Okay.
All right, so now then you're going to take your little end pieces and you're going to pull them this way and that way.
Starting from the inside? Opposite directions each time?
Opposite directions each time.
These nails are a blessing and a curse.
They're pretty.
Thank you.
All right, and then turn it to the other side and repeat that on the other side. One way, one the other.
Well, that's okay.
That's close. Let's see. All right, so this is how this one ends up looking. And so if you had like maybe, 6 more loops or something like that, it would really be full. But we only used about 2 yards of ribbon for that. So if you used about maybe 4 yards of ribbon. All right, let's see. Let's see what it does. Oh, whoops, sorry.
It's okay.
And see if this is your front. Okay, so this came loose. So let's just go ahead and clip this off.
Okay.
I'm going to pull them and give them a little twist here. And I think that maybe that this might not have been tight enough in the middle.
Yes.
I think that that's what its little matter is. So let's see if I adjust that. Because sometimes it's not just about knowing what to do, but, you know, we learn from our mistakes, right?
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, we do. We ought to be pretty smart by now, is what I'm thinking. Like college level stuff. All right.
It's all about tension, huh?
It's all about tension. Pulling against each other.
Okay, yeah, that's looking prettier already.
And it's not the touch, because it's been a long time since I've done this. But maybe it's like falling off a bicycle. Oh, no, that's riding a bicycle. Riding a bicycle, not falling off a bicycle. Falling off a log, riding a bicycle. Okay.
Yeah, you fall off it different every time, right?
So there we go. This is a little more pointy, but I think if you had cut that just a tiny bit deeper, and then with this being tied a little tighter in the middle,
yes.
And then that little loop in the middle kind of helps
that
out.
sets it off.
Okay.
Very pretty.
So this one is a wired ribbon bow, and I don't know that do I have another piece of wired ribbon? I do. This is ancient, probably from the 90s ribbon. Whoop, there it went. It doesn't say on there how much ribbon is on here, but that looks good to me. We can always stop whenever it gets to the end. Okay? So this one, I think let's cut, maybe about 24 inches off. This could be a cute little tail. All right? So let's About like that. That might be closer to 30 inches, but anyway. All right, so that's going to be our tail. And this one, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to start, but we're going to start with a loop. We're not going to lap it back and forth like what we just did. We're going to start with a loop. And so you're going to make a circle like that.
Going underneath the bottom of the other one? Okay.
Right. So it's about probably the size of a Coke can, maybe. And so the next loop, you'll make it just a little bit, let it stick out maybe a couple of inches. And then you're going to just do that back and forth, and you'll get a little bit bigger each time. And it doesn't have to be this wide of a ribbon to get this effect, okay? You can just get this effect with other ribbon too. Now both of these ribbons are the same front and back. So this one's going to be just a little bit bigger. And a little bit bigger. And this one we're not twisting the ribbon at all, it's just flat. And you can do that because since it is the same front and back, you can actually get by with this.
How am I doing,
Let's
teacher?
make, yeah, it's looking pretty good. Let's do about 6 loops if we've got enough ribbon. We've got our middle one. Maybe scrunch it down just a tiny bit more. There we go. We could have done a Facebook Live too, but oh well. All right, so this is going to work out really well because this will tuck back under, and I don't know whether I've got the same on both sides, like I haven't counted my loops to see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I ended up with 5.
I have 5 on each
Yeah,
side.
5 on each side. And, oh, very good. And then you've got that piece there. All right, so what you're going to do is kind of scrunch this in. And so it's just kind of mushed in the middle.
Okay.
And with this piece, and since
What do you want me to do with this part?
this is your extra, your 5 loops and 5 loops?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Let's go ahead and cut that one off. Hold on to it a second. It could be a tail, but we'll just go ahead and get rid of that right there. Okay? And so your next piece is going to find kind of the middle of it. Loop it through the bow. Don't turn loose of it. Okay? Scrunch it in. Twist that around to the back. It's really easy with this wired ribbon.
Okay, so it needs to be smaller here. Okay.
Scrunch that in and then tie.
Like a twisty tie?
No, a knot tie.
Okay.
Because with a knot tie, you can then scrunch it in really good and tight, which is going to help your bow to... And it doesn't have to be a double knot because this is not fixing to go in place since it's wire.
Yes, ma'am. Okay.
Okay, so same sort of thing. You're going to pull one way and one the other. And we've got 5, so it's going to have one in the middle that way. And I wasn't really paying attention to doing this, but I've got like this is my top one. It's going this way. This one I'm pulling back this direction. So they're kind of like matching on the opposite sides, but it doesn't have to do that. Okay, once you have them all separated, then kind of just fluff them out a little bit and that'd be really pretty on a wreath.
I love that with the gold edges.
That's yummy looking. All right, and then you could take your tails, and depends on how long, what you're going to put them on. You know, if it's just going to go on a little box, I mean, then you could run your, I don't have a box like here. Oh, here's a box. You could run your tails this way around the gift, and then rearrange once you're on, rearrange your bow how you want it once it's on the package. And if it's on something, like that, or if it's on something, you know, you can pull both of the tails down. I like that one. Mm-hmm. So we'll make this one match.
Very pretty.
Go for it. Ooh, done.
So the angle is going up towards the center?
Yes. Cut from the wire, cut across the wire. What you're going to do, like your wire edges are together.
I was trying.
Okay, it's got a little fold in it for some reason. Oh, I see what it is. It's got a finish to it. So the edges are together and you're going to cut. This is your wire and you're going to cut that way.
Okay.
Okay. Get my water. I'm going to pause this for a second. All right. Very nice.
Thanks.
Yeah. Good job. All right. Okay, so this ribbon is like a 2-inch wide ribbon. Yep, 2-inch wide ribbon. And it's kind of stiff. And I've measured off 4 yards. I already started it, but I forgot to turn my camera on. Sorry, guys. Okay, and so we've got 2 pieces of wire, one for Sandy and one for me. And we're going to make a little loop. So it's about the size, maybe of your wrist, something about like that. You're not going to put it on your wrist, but it's about like that. So just make a little loop like that. Make sure you've got enough of a tail. You can always cut that off later if you want to, but I've got like maybe about 1.5 inches or 2 inches of extra there, and then scrunch that in. So if you were going to do this like we did the other one, with this being a one-sided ribbon, if you went like this, you're going to have this underside, then on this side you would have a velvet side, and the same thing, you could just go around. So what's going to happen is with each loop you're going to need to twist it. So at the bottom where you're holding on to it, give it a twist and hold on to it, and then figure out how big you want your loop to be. And grab it back in at the bottom, and you've got to twist again like you did last summer, baby. Or you're going to have this, okay? So, or twist again like you did last Christmas.
And I gave you my heart.
Mm-hmm.
You know what happened the very next day? You gave it away.
Yep. Gone. Gone. All right, so you got to scrunch it again and then twist it.
So these need to be even?
Pretty even.
Even-ish.
Even-ish. And then you're just going to repeat that, and it's going to get thicker and harder to hold on to. And you can keep those, like you could probably do like maybe 4 or 6 little loops that are about the same size. And give it a twist. Scrunch that in.
So these are getting bigger as we go?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Or like I said, you could do like maybe 6 of them that are about, like these last 2 that I just did are a little bit larger than this one. This is my middle one. These are my edge ones. This is a little bit larger, and so they laying off to the side here and here.
Okay.
And then that can always be pulled once you get your bow in place. And just kind of, let me say this again because I know I'll get comments about this. I'm not a professional. I'm not a florist. I'm a crafter, and I'm just doing a favor for a friend, and we just thought we'd share our time with you. So,
And I'm far from a professional of any kind, even craft.
Sandy does hair, and she does amazing hair.
Aw, thank you.
She can do some wild, wild colors. Some of her customers just like, it was amazing.
So the direction of the twist also matters.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well let's play with that then.
And I don't know that I have it like this way and that way, but that's probably about right. I'm glad that you noticed that, because I think maybe I'm twisting, like when I'm coming towards me, I'm twisting to the left.
One way and then you're yeah.
And then when I go back, I'm twisting to the right. No, am I doing that? I don't think it really matters. Yeah. Let's see if I am.
Yes, because once I started that, it makes it a prettier bow, I think, so far.
So I think some of these tail ends are, some of these loops are kind of like our teenagers. I think it's like, what are you doing? That's not where I wanted you to go. Would you just like mine? This is not what I want you to do. Okay, I'm fixing to stop with this, and even though I have like 4 yards, because I'm getting a little out of control here.
I can relate with that.
All right, I'm going to do that one more time. And twist. And I'm sure that those floral gals and ribbon gals are going,
They're dropping.
oh my gosh, you're making this so difficult. What are you doing? I can do that in 30 seconds.
Yeah. What kind of YouTube video would that be?
Yeah. My mom has always made beautiful, beautiful bows. All of our packages always had beautiful hand-tied bows that were done like this. Are you there?
I think so.
Grab a wire.
Oh, this one's mine.
Run it through all of your loops.
What do you mean? How?
Like, run it through across the top of your thumb. Don't poke your thumb. Wrap it around to the bottom. Don't let it go of anything. You need 3 hands.
I need 3 hands. Okay. I kind of wish I had gathered them tighter.
Done a different twist on them.
No, just pulled them tighter here at the center, because now I'm having to make up for that. So now do I bread tie
Twist it. Bread tie it.
and hope that it's tight enough?
And you just keep twisting that till it's tight, and then start adjusting your loops. All right, I'm going to put this to the side, so we'll look at Sandy's now. And so from here, you can pull towards you and adjust those. And if it needs to come towards the back, that. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's that one, and then you can take another tie and put through there, and you know, for your little ties, the tails of it. Let's make sure everybody is unfolded here. So once it's on your package, then you can adjust that out and adjust those little loops. Okay.
Cool.
All right. So one more, and I'm gonna do it with this big one, and I'm gonna scooch this over. Let's see. Yeah, I'll use this ribbon. Okay, so it's basically the same thing that we did. Is this right? Yes. All right, so I'm going to make, oh, that's about the size of a dessert plate.
Sure.
Does that look about right? All right. And so let me show you this one, and then we'll just see where this goes. All right. So we're just going to lift this over the top. This is all wrinkly, but that's okay. And this was the 4 yards. I don't know how many loops I have in here, but that's about where I'm at. Now that's about 9 inches.
Okay.
All right. Find my middle. I'm going to flip this over because it'll be easier for me to cut with these scissors, like with it turned like that. So I'm going to make a notch.
Okay.
I think I want to cut that just a little bit deeper right there. And I can just do that with a little slice. All right. I've got my wire, and it just happens. You can put a piece of ribbon through here, but I'm just going to use the wire for right now. Scrunch it in. I'm going to fold this towards the front. And just kind of scooch that in. And then bread twist it.
That's looking like a smaller version of the big bows they put on cars.
Mm-hmm. On cars, like at the car lot?
Yes.
Oh, it probably is. And I saw one the other day that the ends of it were cut, and I may go back and do that on this one and show you. And it looked like a poinsettia.
Oh, wow.
And so, like this one, you know, everything is all the same size. Adjust those little loops out. Yeah, it does look like a car lot bow, doesn't it?
It does. It's pretty.
Put on. So there you go. You could do like that on your package. All right, I don't know if I can straighten this out, but I'll just see if I can and see. You know what? Let me just do this. Yeah, let me see. Let me see. Think. If I can edit that out. Let's go back in this way. And we'll go here. See where you are. Probably not worth it. Okay. All right. So let me just do a couple of them at a time then. cut that. So I'm just cutting through 2 of the layers at a time. Little kind of rounded points. At our office we got a cake from one of our clients, and it was from Nothing But Bundt Cakes. Oh, they're so delicious. And that's what was in the middle of it, was this ribbon poinsettia.
Wow.
It's like, oh, that's so cool. And I started to like retrieve it from it going away after we ate the cake, but I didn't get it out in time. It was gone. Gone.
I'll have to try Nothing Bundt Cakes.
They're a little on the pricey side, and the kids sell them like as fundraisers sometimes, and they're usually like $6 for a little cake.
Oh, wow.
They're so good. Alright, almost there. I'm just going to do this one individual. And let's see if this is going to work, because we might edit that out. Or speed through this.
I see what you're doing there.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And it doesn't really need a whole lot done to it.
That's so pretty.
And so you can turn them, you know, where that they're like velvet sides up instead of kind of baby that around a little bit. And then if you wanted to, like, to get that all fluffed out, now the one that we had that was from Nothing Bundt Cakes, it did not have a, it did not have green on it at all.
That's pretty.
I just tore that one off. We'll cut that one off. I'll leave it for a second. I think that little piece of ribbon has been a little manhandled. But then you can put your little green tails on it. And I almost wish I had like a little piece of yellow pipe cleaner or something to put in the middle of it.
Yes.
Something to kind of scrunch that up where it'll stand up. Anyway, okay, so there's that. All right. You think you got it?
I think I got it. Thank you.
Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.